Am I the a-hole for getting mad at my coworker after silently dealing with his lunch stealing for way too long? I work in a mid-sized corporate office on the third floor of a building with an open floor plan, low cubicle dividers, a few private offices around the perimeter. The break room is where the chaos happens. It's small, squeezed between HR and some tiny conference rooms. We've got two microwaves, a fridge that's always overstuffed, and a sad, moody coffee machine everyone pretends still works. For the past few months, I've been dealing with a coworker, let's call him Jake, who's developed a seriously frustrating habit. Every day without fail, Jake forgets his lunch. At first, he jokingly asked for a bite of mine. Chicken, rice, roasted veggies. My carefully prepped meal I rely on to save money and eat healthy. I laughed it off, figuring he was just unprepared one day, but then it kept happening. He started hovering around me more often, making comments like, "That smells amazing," or "You always bring the good stuff." Then last Tuesday, after a long meeting, I came back to the break room to find my lunch gone, just straight up missing. I asked around. Sure enough, someone quietly told me Jake had taken it. I confronted him, and all he said was, "It's just food, man." That's when everything I'd been bottling up came rushing out. This wasn't about one lunch. It was about every time I'd kept quiet while he treated my food like a shared resource. It was about the hours I spent cooking, the money I saved by not eating out, and the principle of it all. Later that day, I brought in a fresh meal. As I walked into the break room, I saw Jake staring at it. That was my breaking point. I exploded. I said loudly and clearly, "Jake, enough is enough. Every single day you take my food without asking, without apologizing, like I'm running some free lunch program. I work hard to prep these meals. It's not just food, it's my time, my budget, my effort. You've been completely disrespectful." The room went dead silent. A few coworkers looked shocked, but others nodded, like they'd been through the same thing. Jake turned bright red and muttered some half-hearted apology. I wasn't done. I told him, "Stop treating our lunches like a buffet. I'm not your food bank." After that, HR got involved. Jake was reprimanded and warned any future incidents would have serious consequences. Now a few coworkers are saying I overreacted, that it was just lunch. But honestly, it wasn't just lunch. It was the final straw after months of being taken advantage of. So am I the a-hole for finally snapping at my coworker over stolen lunches? Or was it long overdue?